And
I
then
didn't
wait till after I clap.
I knew that you had to clap because, like, you gotta align the audio.
Okay. Yes.
But I
So
thought
now-
that it didn't matter. In my mind, I was like, why not have a clap in the middle of the middle of the video?
Okay.
So you don't have
A
to search
peek
for
behind
it.
the curtains.
Okay, so are we ready to start?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna clap?
I already did.
I don't even want to. You know what? I don't even want to do the Welcome to National Prayer Breakfast thing. I think it's kind of dumb.
No.
Wait.
No, I like it.
Well, yeah. Someone say it.
Someone else say it.
Welcome to
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to National Prayer Breakfast. My name is Olivia Breitenbach at American_Gothic.
You
I'm
take
here
over.
today
You
with
take over.
at bad.x_Aaron.Scarborough.
You do intros from here on out. All right. Hey, can I pet
No,
that
it's
dog?
my turn.
Come on.
Keith, it's your turn to give an intro.
Do you guys not pray anymore?
It's about time you start pulling your fucking weight around.
Didn't you guys used to pray?
You should.
Have you noticed that we've done
say
all
our
the work?
prayer. We need
All right.
need prayer.
All right.
Keith, have you noticed that we've done all the work around here?
And by we, he means me.
Keith, what are you doing here?
I was
today?
told that I was the talent, and I just show up and make magic. All right,
Okay, prayer time.
So prayer, we join hands in this family.
All right.
All right, and then you do the name of the cross with your right hand. The sign of the cross. A nomine Patre Spiritu Spilius Sanctus. Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. That's all. We're done. Amen.
We're done.
And we're done.
That's why I feel like in the fucking Avengers, you know, when they're like, hey, we have a Hulk or whatever.
Yeah.
We have a Keith.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
We have a Keith. He joined. I showed up with an eye patch, and I said, we're putting together a team of government-funded, basically CIA spooks who, you know, that's how the Avengers kind of are, right? Aren't they just like basically
The government?
Yeah, it's just like a covert, like, death squad,
Yeah.
essentially.
They're
nice.
They're
good
Blackwater.
dudes. They're
What's-
good dudes.
Do
What
they
were
have
the-
problems with the government in the Avengers, don't they? Like issues with...
Well,
the
yes.
Civil War one got into that. Like,
Yeah.
are we just committing war crimes? Like, they were
Well,
like,
It's
I love that they
important to-
called it Civil War too.
I think it's
you know,
important
like-
that the movie studios show that things used to be fucked up, but they're not anymore. You know? I don't know. That seems like what they would do. Which, by the way, did you know that when they make a movie, and they need to use like army tanks and shit, they gotta have the DOD or whatever sign off on the script before
Department
they can
of
use the
defense.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they use a real tank?
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
And
That's
also the
something
military funds, like most like military films. They
Yeah.
spend like billions of dollars.
Do they shoot?
What?
Do the tanks shoot?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that?
The
They
CIA
spend-
has guys on
The
like
CIA
the board
or
of
like the
directors of
Army
these
or
sorts of
whatever
Oh.
Air Force will pay like the new Top Gun film, like the studio billions of dollars to like promote the military, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Those fuckers.
It's basically every movie that has
Our
like
tax dollars.
Our tax dollars.
War, all the like big like just
like the new
war and-
Independence
yeah.
Day, yeah. Then they have like the Independence Day, whatever it was called, like Independence Day 2019. Its website like linked to the Army website.
So we spent
Yeah.
money on Saving Private Ryan, and then probably gave it back to going to see Saving Private. No, that's not how that works. We just gave more money. We spent
Yeah.
money, and then we're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
only $20 for Saving Private Ryan.
I would.
Really?
It was
So
a
I
lose-lose
want to. Here's some
situation.
World War II movies that I would like to see.
Okay.
So
Uh-oh.
you know how. What? Calm down. I'm not gonna say anything crazy.
All right.
But what if they did one about like the Nazi scientist
Okay, here we go.
who later worked for the CIA? What if they did a biopic?
They would definitely make it like an inspiring story.
Yeah.
A biopic. That'd be
Yeah.
funny if that came out. And you're like, this isn't good. That has
They would make
He
it
went
like
from being a prisoner of war.
it would be like a blind
To
side
raise
type
your
of situation.
Yeah.
Did you know the Blind Side movie? Like, I haven't seen it, but they kind of made the character like retarded a little bit, like
Yeah.
dumb. But he
Yeah.
wasn't in real life at
Yeah.
all. Like, he didn't have any learning. He didn't have any learning
Yeah.
disability. They're just like, well,
Yeah.
it'll be more meaningful if he's retarded. It was a real person.
I wonder what he thought watching it.
I think he was pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
It was basically like, if it weren't for Sandra Bullock, he'd be a loser.
Right.
So.
thank her.
Have you considered the possibility that the actor himself is?
What, is slow?
Yeah.
No, he's not though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He might have like
that would be my
CTE
first.
now.
I'd be like, wait a second.
I mean,
'Cause
now
a lot of those.
he
a lot
probably
of
has brain
actors-
damage now.
Well, a lot of actors.
He's been in the like football.
a lot of actors are though, right?
Into brain damage?
Mentally
No,
disabled?
just mentally. Yeah.
Are they?
You mean the actor that played him was
Just actors in general.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're all fucked up. But
You don't have to be smart to do it.
They are all of them.
they're like they're like
Crush
theater
me.
kids. I mean, just think about like the theater kids in your high school. Like
That's
Or at
I-
Northwest, you remember
Yeah.
those fuckers?
Yeah. There was one time at Northwest we were like eating in the like cafeteria or whatever, and just like super loud, this theater kid stood up and he goes, "Everybody, dance!" and obviously, like no one did, but I literally thought I was in like a school shooting for like a split second because like, why would someone scream "everybody"? It was very bizarre.
Did you dance?
No one did. It was like he like ran out. It was very. It was like crickets. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
How long did it take before you ran out?
Almost immediately.
Like 30 seconds?
So once he realized
like-
no
Like,
one said
yeah,
that,
what was his facial expression?
Was he dancing while he said it?
He did like everybody
your
dance. He did like a hip thrust,
This is how it is.
And then,
That's
like,
how
I
James
think
danced at prom.
pretty much
It's a
instantly
happy
grabbed
dance.
his stuff and like
Pointing
scurried out. I
Pointing
don't know.
up at Jesus.
I mean, he
Yeah.
may-
He's up there.
He's up there. He's up there.
Don't worry.
He's a good dude.
I love
He's
it.
I'll
not
be up there
evil.
soon. No, I think actors are. So I
Flash
just saw
mob.
on people being like, I feel bad for Evan Peters for playing Jeffrey Dahmer in the new show.
Mhm.
As they're like, he has to be mentally messed up now. And I don't know, in interviews he seemed pretty rough, but I could turn that off probably. I'd be like, this is funny.
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not funny what happened, but I mean like
I don't know. Like, I heard like that kind of part of the internet, and they were like, if you think about every role he's played, it's like a dark, deep,
Yeah.
twisted role.
mhm.
And then people are like, oh, well, Heath Ledger. We don't want him to Heath Ledger
Yeah.
himself.
Is he a method actor?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's method. It's very. Have you seen it? The new?
I haven't watched it yet. Have you?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's insanely.
Method
Go,
actors?
go.
No,
No.
I'm afraid. I'm
It's
afraid.
yours.
Stop.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Can you believe he's 14 years old?
Just turned
You know,
double digit.
I can see it.
We gotta mark this podcast available to children because
Right.
of you.
Yeah, we've already. What have we
This-
covered Nazis already?
This podcast is intended for
We
children.
weren't talking about like you understand which Nazis we were talking about. Ones that turned out to be American patriots.
Oh, the good ones.
The ones that our government hired.
Do you think they're still here?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Some of them? Yeah. Oh, I guess.
There's not very
neo-Nazis,
many people who were adults during the 40s that are still alive.
True.
Um,
I guess they hire kids at all. They hired Nazi youth.
Nazi youth, yeah.
That's when did they start? I'm sure some of them are still alive, probably, maybe.
I really don't know.
They probably
I don't know. Well,
they probably were, brainwashed pretty much.
Yeah,
they
probably,
were.
There's that there's that movie about that's like a comedy by Taika
Rabbit. What is that?
Jojo
there's
Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
wasn't there a fact that there's 350 Nazi Nazi high rankings that
SS.
Yeah, in America that they don't know their whereabouts.
Mm.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Smithville has them all.
Yeah. Yeah. Smithville.
They're all located there.
But
everyone looks like a Targaryen.
Right?
They've been complaining about Smithville has been adding. This is the town I live in. They've been adding affordable housing, and the mayor. He was there at the first comedy show. Remember him?
Yes.
So yeah, he's been complaining because everyone in the town's been complaining that they're adding affordable housing, and he's like they're literally racist. He's like, why don't you want affordable housing here? And they're all like, well, he's like everyone. He's realizing that the town he wanted to be in control of is the most racist, which I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just funny watching him deal with terrible old.
My hometown had a neo-Nazi when I was in high school. Was trying to open up a nightclub for kids. It was
Nazi.
It was an under 18.
I remember you telling me
nightclub.
about
Charles Juba was his name. If you want, he was the head. He was the head of a neo-Nazi, former head of neo-Nazis. So he was opening up a nightclub for kids. And
Did he have children?
Yeah, but he lost cousin. He didn't have custody. As you can imagine.
This Nazi's life gets sadder the more I hear.
But yeah, he got run out of town basically. But he was gonna name the club the Black Flag, which was
that's kind of cool,
Confederate militia, and people were like, "Well, what's that about?" And he's like, "I just really respect their work ethic." Because his whole thing was I'm a former Nazi.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Did the club ever open?
No, there was Kansas City news stations came and reported on it, and people were really pissed at the town hall. We're like, we don't want this here.
The Black Flag sounds kind of cool though. If I didn't know,
there's something else named that. Yeah, I'm sure it has.
It's
it sounds like pirates. Or
something. Show up as a pirate. What's going on?
Yeah,
I'd show up punk rock as fuck.
Oh yeah, they play Adam Levine. I had my week was pretty crazy. I had a TikTok go viral,
nice,
where I admitted to having an affair with Adam Levine. I want to do the classic thing and wait. I don't want to go too deep into it. I want to go, on my own podcast and reveal the details, but a lot of people have been asking me what it's like or how it was, and I guess I'll just say that sex with Adam Levine is almost as good as his music. If that tells you anything.
So really good?
Well, I'll let you be the judge.
Oh my god.
He plays his music during it.
I don't get that
nice.
name. Is that something that
I'm
happened?
not a payphone.
Oh my god. I literally, everything just dried inside of me at the thought of that.
That's interesting because when I'm having sex with Olivia, I run Bedspire. I'm like, hey, do you think this would work?
Hell yeah.
That's
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Is that a good joke?
Hey, God, it's
Wait,
good to
where's
see us all working
Michael?
together.
Does she laugh?
Like so she's dressed up like Fidel Castro right now.
I was thinking Dave
Um,
Chappelle and Sticks and Stones.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
loves that. Yeah, Fidel Castro, the James Franco
God,
movie.
Dave Chappelle just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah.
His specials
Oh,
really fun to
God.
watch.
It is interesting though. All jokes aside, it is interesting that he suddenly is.
Oh!
He suddenly has favor in the eyes of my parents.
Oh, really?
Someone at the- this is
Yeah.
scary.
Well, yeah, conservatives love Dave Chappelle now because they think that he's one of them. And I don't know, like Dave Chappelle, like his comedy, during the Comedy Central like fucking Chappelle show days
Yeah.
was pretty fucking biting, like and bold and just made like serious statements.
But the thing is, like, to a certain viewer, they could watch that and just think he's making a joke about black people, you know?
Mhm. Yeah,
And they it just goes over the actual point, goes over their head.
right.
So
Well, and then he just like he had that Netflix special, and then after that was whatever, but then
Which one?
it just became like the the two that came out the first year. It was like the Bird Paradox or
Okay.
whatever, maybe. That was the one that was in Austin, right? I don't know. I remember that. I remember that one being pretty good. I think it was in Texas somewhere. Anyway, and then Sticks and Stones is like the new one that's like the anti-trans.
Yeah.
one, right?
I don't think that's. Maybe it was the one. It was the one where all of them were like dark jokes, and everyone was like, "Dave Chappelle went so dark in this one" or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was the one.
Dave Chappelle went. Hey man, Dave Chappelle went real dark.
Exactly.
He
Everyone,
went real dark on this one. That's a composite voice of his fan base now. Man, Dave Chappelle really fucking he really spoke truth to power.
He talks about school shootings and
School, yeah.
he did talk about trends in that one, but I don't remember if that was the one that people got mad about. I think some people did, but I think a recent one he had a joke and people were like, "This joke
Yeah.
is the
Dude,
worst
I
joke."
don't know.
Yeah.
His last couple of specials have been fucking lame.
I can't
How
watch
old
them.
is
I
he?
watched like 5 minutes. And
Oh.
like, all right. I like watching them being introduced to the
tell.
stage.
Well, isn't it? I don't know.
He's 61.
Yeah, let's everyone guess.
I don't know, I'm not
I'm
sure.
gonna say 53.
Dave Chappelle.
I'm going with Keith because Keith knows pop culture
35.
very well.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay. I'm in 51.
It's 49. So
What?
Oh, I was gonna guess that originally, and I
we were
was
the
like,
closest, so he still won.
49. 61 was pretty close.
Yeah. 84 years old.
70s.
I believe that he's
age.
84. I
He comes on
personally,
stage, he's like, "Have you guys heard of?"
I've been telling people that like I'm 22. It's so immature.
What did they say?
But they laugh like.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it's like preposterous, like. so I do it. I don't know. It's a fun thing to do, and they don't ask either. You know?
Wait, you just go up to people and say, "I'm 22."
Yeah. Yeah, and
Did you
you
know
know,
you're buying
sometimes
groceries
it
at
doesn't
Walmart?
look. It doesn't always hit.
Oh, really? They're
Yeah,
just like,
sometimes
okay.
they're just like, you know,
Yeah.
like
Well, if you told a little kid that, they would believe it for sure. don't know.
they'd have to be pretty young, a pretty underdeveloped brain.
I think like 16 and before, I didn't understand ages. Like
Yeah.
people's,
Yeah.
Like if someone was 22, I could like say they were 35. Like I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know when
even
that
like a
changed to be like.
19-year-old.
When I was in
yeah.
middle school, like
I was eight.
seniors in high school looked like me to me.
Yeah,
Like,
just they've
Yeah.
made it. They've figured it out.
But then, like, when you're out of high school, like a year, you look at 18-year-olds and they look so young.
Yeah.
Well, now
Yeah.
they look big and scary. Like I would say they look like you. Like
18-year-olds?
I'm not saying you're big and scary, but I mean like kids in high school now genuinely are like they look way older than I do.
Yeah.
A lot like I'll see like they're like that kid's a freshman. I'm like he's a freshman.
Yeah.
What's happening to people?
Well,
I
maybe
have,
just
I
am
have a few
underdeveloped.
clients, yeah, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You're how old?
Yeah.
Like, I almost gave you alcohol.
I don't know.
Like, just super tall.
Yeah.
Like, tall and like
But
they
also
have
just,
beards.
yeah, like their facial, they look like
a beard adds a little bit of fucking
develop.
age.
Yeah, and I don't know how you can have a beard
I
as
like
a
it.
freshman in high school.
I like that. I've been like I have a wizard complex.
Have you been to the Renfest yet?
No,
Have you been out there?
Yeah, when's that end?
Let's go. We should go.
no,
I
I don't want
really
to. I don't
Why?
want to hang out with those posers.
No, go. Throw tomatoes.
They're
at
all
the
Aaron,
guy.
wait.
They're
Aaron.
all faking.
Aaron, you could probably sell
I was
so
gonna
much
say,
fucking art there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that witch gone.
No, seriously. And
Yeah,
by the
actually.
way, Renaissance festivals are pretty expensive. Like, those
Yeah.
chicken or turkey legs are like $30.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they
It's
probably
for
have
like
money.
rich people.
I saw. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for, like, nerds that like code and
I
have
like
money.
the idea of pulling one over on the fucking rich community.
Yeah.
You could be a comedian too. They have
I could be a
gestures.
Oh my
gesture.
god!
I
Oh.
could be in.
No,
I
some
could just
comedians.
dress. Yeah, I'll just.
Comedians work at
This
the
is-
tomato part.
This
thing.
is a Joker origin story if I've ever
Oh
heard.
my
one.
god.
You get bullied at the Renaissance.
I have to live my life now preventing myself from becoming the Joker. You understand
I
that?
get it.
Because I've seen the Joker, I know what
Good
he was
movie.
like. I liked it.
Yeah.
A lot of people had their
Which
qualms
one?
with it.
I don't get why
The
they had
Heath Ledger, or no,
the Joaquin
Joaquin.
Phoenix.
I love a ball. I mean, to be honest.
No,
They're great.
so I went
I
to
love a
the
ball.
Renfest last weekend, and
Mhm.
that
You get a
weekend.
turkey leg?
Yeah, I did.
Was it good?
Yes. And
Ooh, we gotta
okay,
go get
so
one.
I made a bit of money doing. I sold books at the
Yeah.
shows, and I was like, "Whoa, people actually buy these!" And then I got a lot, and this isn't a brag though because
Okay.
it was all cash.
Yeah.
I went to the Renfest, and I was like, "Yeah, this is cool." I was buying like
That's
$80,
great.
and anyway, I left. And then I didn't have my wallet. And then I went back and they didn't have it. And so I had my wallet lost. So I lost $600.
Oh,
Gone.
that's
At the
fucked
Renfest.
up.
I know, and it's
That
like
is
because
fucked
I
up.
went to the bank before the Renfest to put it all into my card, but it was Sunday. It was closed. So,
Did you cry?
no, it was really hard not to, though. It was very rough. I couldn't get it off my mind. Then a week later, this is where it all gets better. I got a package in the mail, and it was my wallet. It had everything in it. Some
Oh,
guy
shit.
left a note saying,
It had the money?
"Yeah."
Oh
some
my
guy,
God.
some guy left a note saying, "Maybe you should be more careful with your at the Renfest."
He's just teaching you a lesson.
Yeah, he left that money just to like
What
shame
if-
you.
What if he?
And it
What if
said-
he was a
It
pickpocket?
said at the Renfest, which was the best part. Maybe you should be more careful with your wallet at
Yeah.
the Renfest. I loved it.
See,
Oh,
Aaron,
that's fucking
these
hilarious,
Renaissance
though.
Festival people,
I'm alright.
you're misjudging them. They seem real cool.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
guy
yeah,
was
they're
cool because
great.
I thought it was definitely gone. I was like, some guy in a pirate costume.
That
has
would not
$600
happen at
right
other
now.
festivals.
I would have taken the money and then sent you the wallet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That would have been at least nice because I already had went to the bank, canceled my cards, went to the DMV, waited 2 hours to get a new driver's license.
Yeah, no,
I did
that's the
everything.
worst fucking part.
Yeah, that's worse than
It's
the money.
redoing everything.
I know, and then they're like, you
So
don't
I'm
have
like,
all the
hey, this is a
forms.
finder's fee. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it should have
exactly.
been smarter.
I didn't have my cool receipts in there from Taco Bell every night. They probably looked in my wallet and saw all the receipts from like $1 Taco Bell.
Right.
It was like, this kid needs the money.
Yeah.
This kid's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, a ton of cash, definitely. Also, hang on, I have my wallet here.
What's it look like?
My ID is this is my face.
Why did that
I
happen?
had to get it back.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Hell
And then
yeah.
the lady laughed at
Yeah.
the DMV because I go to this place far in the country that there's never a line. And she like laughed and went, "Are you sure you want this to be your
Yeah.
license picture?" And I said, "Yeah."
You're like, that's really me.
Before she even showed me it.
I
she
feel
just
like we
said
should
that.
photograph that and insert it in
Yes.
the video of this.
Yeah.
at
Oh,
some
for
point.
sure. That's the
Yeah, photograph my license and be sure not to cross anything.
Right.
Yeah.
You also.
I'm sure Aaron will be very
That's so.
the edit.
Keith, I know that there are some topics that like kind of set you off, trigger you a little bit. So I want to be gracious about this, and we don't have to talk about it. But could you kind of like talk about your feelings on twins?
I heard about this.
Twins as a that's the guy.
Wow.
Well, listen, I'm I'm happy to educate myself about the community. Community.
You're apologizing before you get started.
But listen, I came from a small town in Missouri, and I'm a product of my raising, and I'm not a huge fan of twins. I find them creepy a little bit.
Why?
I get really, know what it really is, honestly,
Yeah.
if I'm being real. I get really envious of the attention they get and, like, the admiration
I don't
they
think
get.
they got a lot of attention. I'm going to have to, because in school, they were the weird ones. I think a
Wait,
lot of
the
people
twins?
think the way you think.
So in my high school, twins were, like, elevated in popularity.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they hot, though?
Some of them, yes, but
Well, that's probably, I guess, the ones in high school.
Yeah.
People, when they meet twins, are sort of instantly fascinated. Like, even though it's a pretty common mistake or genetic defect. What's the appropriate
Is it a
term?
defect?
I call them, like, it's a mutation.
Glitch.
Right.
You could say they're mutants.
When
a
someone
little
tells
bit.
you they have a twin, you're never like, get the
No, because if someone's a twin and you don't know about it for months, then they're cool. Just don't be in my face about it. Don't ram it down my throat.
There's two of you.
Don't push your twin agenda on my kids.
Do you want twins to act the same, or do you want them to be different?
Yeah, so there's a the viewer should look this up. There's a TLC show called, well, they do like My 600-Pound Life, My Strange Addiction,
All good shows.
600-Pound Midget, all that kind of stuff. So
I haven't seen that one.
they have a special about these.
Yeah, this is a watch list.
They have a special about these twin girls that are obsessed with being twins. So like they're really into the identity of being a twin. So they dress exactly alike, and they work together. So they sit together at work in the same outfit, and like they have to cross their same legs when they cross their leg, and they have to like close their laptops together.
I get. Is this when you started realizing they're creepy? Because I think
I
do the
was
same
no,
thing.
so I was like talking about like I kind of hate twins. Everyone likes them, and my sister was like, "Oh my god, I have to show you this TLC show." So the name of the show is called Twin Sane Wedding. because the 2 twin girls found 2 twin guys at a twin convention.
No.
They both married the other, each other, right? And they're all they're all living together.
Oh, do they sleep in the same bed?
No,
Not yet.
well,
It's the same kind of bed in the same kind of room, but it's different rooms. Like, do
You
they
know
do
what?
everything the same to that level?
well, prior to their marriage, the girls slept in the same room together.
Okay.
So I don't know, but the guys, both pairs of twins are obsessed with doing everything the same.
Okay.
What do they
Well, that's
look
good that
like?
they found another pair just like that.
You know what's
I feel like
interesting
that's
about
weird.
it though is they're identical, but one of each of the pairs is a little bit more attractive, and the 2 more attractive ones paired, and then the 2 kind of uglier ones paired up,
I need to watch this.
Isn't that awesome?
Now, how many seasons are there?
Okay, well, I think it was just a 1-season thing.
No.
But they so they have a wedding, and then their wedding was officiated at a twin convention. So the preacher or the minister was a twin, and they had twin flower girls and twin ring bearers. But
Did he complete one ceremony and then do the other?
no,
or was
they,
it
they literally speak in unison.
And this is how young impressionable minds get pulled into fascism
Oh my god!
by guys in red hats
Listen.
talking about
Listen, I don't support.
blaming all of our problems on
No,
twins.
listen. Twins are very useful. You can do experiments with them and
Oh,
learn.
good.
Yeah, you can do twin studies and experiment on them and learn a lot about genetics.
How to avoid it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you had twins? You got.
Honestly, I would just they would need to have their own personalities. That's the thing.
Would you tell them that? What if they kind of together became
just,
that way? And you were like, guys, please.
You would have to give
be
one up for
yourselves.
adoption.
Yeah, or just secretly color
You'd
one's
have to
hair.
give one. Yeah, give one away. They
Cut
could never
one's hair
know.
off.
You
Yeah.
know what is an interesting twin fact? Have you looked into the twins separated at birth? That there's one case where these twins were separated at birth, and they both went into the same field, and they both married a woman named Cheryl, and then they got divorced, and they both remarried a woman named Jessica
Oh my god.
without knowing each other at all.
You want to hear that? This is weird. My
What
dad.
the fuck?
I know.
My dad's real name is Stacy, and he married a girl named Stacy, spelt the same way. So their
That's
both
really-
name was Stacy Bissett. Isn't that weird? And then my brother, who's my dad's son, he's a half brother, my mom, but he married this one girl. They were high school people.
Sweethearts.
Yes, and then when their parents both were Andy and Brenda, which my dad goes by the name Andy because he was embarrassed of the name Stacy, but his real legal name is Stacy. Isn't that nuts?
It is always
that took a
so
long time
funny
to
to
get there.
find out about someone's real name, when it's Marion
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
or Leslie.
I had a teacher in school named Meredith, and he was really cool. He was an English teacher, but
Yeah, yeah.
I was really scared of him for a while because he looked like Scar from Lion King, and he would always hold his coffee and not talk much in class and just kind of standing. His eyes were bulging out a little bit, and if I found a picture of him, you guys would be so scared. But
Yeah.
it's his name was Meredith, and he was really scary. Anyway, I don't know why. I thought
Well,
I'm a really good addition to this podcast, and I've been so.
Stop with this self-deprecation. I think it's more useful, Dayton,
Yeah.
if you channel the inner hater.
Okay.
Because I know that when you get into your car after a show and you've been slighted by someone, that you're like, oh, fuck these people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Channel that.
And yeah, channel that.
Channel
your rage away
self-aggrandizement.
from Dayton.
That's
and
true.
towards
Other
people
people.
that hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that most people
That's
are
hard to
either
do.
a little bit low self-esteem, or they're delusional. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
people, and I kind of feel like just be delusional. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
It's hard to be delusional, though. It's hard not to hate yourself sometimes, you know?
Yeah, but
It's
but,
like,
but that's where the turds come in. Because you can look around and be like, look at these dipshits.
They suck.
You know?
I'm not the problem.
I'm
Yeah.
not them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like, I don't have a stupid fucking, like, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't want to point anything out.
You can shit on kids.
Because it'll be so clear who I'm talking about.
Oh, no, talk about it.
No. But,
I think I might have found this guy. That's what I'm looking for. I'm so
That
sorry.
teacher, dude, I
Yeah,
want to see.
I have to
Motherfucking
find a
Scarface Meredith.
If I asked my friend to send me a picture, he would, but I think I can find.
It's like a boy named Sue situation.
Oh, there he is. Look at him.
Holy shit!
He kind of looks like Jeff
like a good
Goldblum.
dude.
Well, and he's a lot older now, like a lot older.
Holy
and
I think
shit!
he looks like a good dude.
I have met this person.
Have you?
I don't know. Or am I
That's
thinking of
creepy.
the actor?
You're probably thinking of the actor.
You gotta send that to us.
Okay, I will.
That's eerily Jeff Goldblum like.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
sounded like him.
No
But
one.
he was very low voice, always had his coffee, and he would like get mad at people, and that was kind of it. He'd be like, okay, work. Like he put the
Yeah.
assignment on the board. He literally did like no talking. Assignment on the board.
What were your
And then-
assignments like?
I mean, just writing. It was actually cool, kind of, because the things he had us writing about were neat, like refugees, some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it was like fun. I had
Yeah.
fun in that class.
Cool.
And he liked me for some reason, but I thought he hated me. I thought he hated everyone. He is very scary, but it was a class where I actually learned a lot. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys
Look
like-
at that. I love it.
can we pray again?
Aaron, have
Yeah,
you
right.
considered being a teacher?
Not. I don't want to be employed by the state, but
Really?
yeah,
Why?
because I don't like public schools very much. Like they suck.
Are you serious? Okay, all right, because you're homeschooled.
Like- No, I just think that they it would be a miserable job.
Oh yeah,
Like I don't want to put myself through that.
I get
Like,
it.
I just meant like you're doing bare minimum and like getting the benefits.
Those teachers have to they have to do fucking bullshit and put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
And put it I don't know, in some cases put themselves at risk and shit. It's just
like break up fights.
well
I would not do. If I was a teacher, I would just like
School shit.
well,
walk
you know what
by
I mean?
blindly.
Yeah, there's teachers that have to deal with fucking. Teachers had to go get COVID basically.
I think the worst
because-
thing is they see so much child abuse and they have to
Right.
report that all the time. That would be
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah, that would be a little lame.
I
that would be troublesome.
I was thinking being a teacher could be cool, like being a history teacher about a year ago. Because they get pretty good benefits compared to most jobs and
Yeah.
summers off or whatever.
Right.
I mentioned this to my mom and she's like, yeah, you'd be a great teacher. And then she made a comment. She's just like, be careful about you don't want to get falsely accused.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
What?
what are you what are you watching? I don't think that's a
She's
thing.
probably watching the Dom. You guys need to watch that Dahmer thing. I'm sorry you haven't. I was like, that's
and,
all I want to talk about.
And I was like, I just kind of brushed off the comment. My mom says odd things often.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later, I was at her house. I put on a hoodie, a different Taylor Swift hoodie that was pink. And she's like, do you think if you were a teacher and you wore that would make it more likely to be falsely accused? I was like, no, I'm never going to be a teacher. This is
Yeah.
this is a nightmare.
Aww. I actually went to school. I went to KU to be a teacher.
Really?
I got accepted into the School of Education, the English, high school English education.
You do
program.
speak some pretty good English.
And
It's
it was really funny.
It's
I had
textural. but it's good.
I don't fucking read books. Like,
Uh,
I never read a fucking
Got a little
book.
raspy
You've just
voice.
got to read like Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, I mean, no, that.
Yeah.
That's what I read, and then I started doing. I wanted to have a emphasis in like urban schools, and so I started doing the first part of student teaching, and then I was like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. Like seeing what teachers put up with,
especially
what
if
they're
you're in, like,
given.
If you're in like
I was like, oh fuck no.
If you're in a poor area, like kids come to school with lice and like,
and just like, I mean, knowing how horrible the system is, and like it needs major change, and knowing that's probably never gonna come, and knowing like me, how I am, I'm like, oh, that just sounds like burnout so fast.
Yeah.
Like, let's just avoid it. I'll do
I
hair
can't believe
instead.
the fucking jobs that I did for so long. Like, because I thought, like, that's the only choice I had.
What'd you do?
Worked in call centers.
Oh,
he was a salesman.
Yeah, because, like, I bought into, like, the bullshit. Whenever they hire you, they're like, yeah, you can make, like, 6 figures. You know, like, this chick
They have like a
makes 6
slideshow with like
figures.
3 people that
Right.
made it big.
Right, and then you work there, and you figure out, like, okay, like, so they give all the good leads to, like, one person, basically, who closes all the deals, and then all the bullshit is what you give the mass of, you know, wage earners, basically, on the sales floor.
Were they
And
all
keep them
umbrellaed
all
under another one?
Keep them all focused on, like, hey, these few people get these prizes, and there are these bonuses that are ungodly, you know, like fucking $2,500 a week, like, bonus, like, you know.
Do you do
bullshit.
okay now?
Huh?
Like without those jobs and stuff? I'm only
So
asking because
I
like,
do
I'm
better spiritually, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that shit, like, that drove me insane, and then I was miserable in it, but I was too lazy to, like, get a fucking job, like, a different job, and then I was just doing comedy, and then I was just like, I'll be poor, like, I can't do this office bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm
like,
thinking because like when I move, I mean the first like month I'm not going to be working for sure because I'll be back here for 3 weeks in December for that festival and then Christmas, and then but when I go back, I'm like I don't know if I'm gonna need a job, like if I can find a way to make it work, but because my rent's so cheap. But if I can find a way, so I'm like curious. But I also, because I'm not really working much now, except for at the amusement park on the weekends, and like throughout the week, I'm like miserable. I'm like wake up at 1, and then when I like just stay in bed until like 6, and then go like hang out, like spend money on food. That's like, so I'm like I don't know. Maybe I will want a little bit of a job.
Maybe, man. You also. Your videos are very, very popular. Like, people love them. They're unique. And you've gotten, like, a fucking awesome, like, Instagram following off of it.
And they pay, too, Instagram. It's not like, a ton, but it's, like...
That's fucking awesome.
It's good. But, so I'm thinking I could find ways to make it work.
Yeah.
But,
Are
I'm
you
also,
doing shit
like,
on YouTube?
I'm posting shorts, like, as of recent. I'm going to start with this podcast I'm doing now, though. I'm going to... That's why I really want it. Because I'm also doing nothing throughout the week. So I'm like, I need something.
Be productive with it.
Here's what I've noticed lately. And, like, I've had a shift in... I've kind of realized, because for a second, I just lost sight of what I'm actually trying to do, which is build a following.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do. Because that's what you can use Instagram for.
Well,
people
the fucking reels, they just, like, they get you, like, some exposure to, like, good fucking comedy audience people, Yeah. But it's people that, like, they're just following you so that they can see you do comedy for 20 seconds a day. Or
that's true. It's super annoying.
I posted, like, my 20-minute video, and it has, it's hit, like, 300 views.
Yeah, exactly.
But those views mean so much more to me.
No,
because
that's
people,
very true.
You know, people are telling me like, "Hey, I've watched this several times now," like
for sure,
and shit like that, and I'm just like, well, if they'll listen to 20 minutes, then what could I possibly do?
Well, that's great, because YouTube's cool because I don't know. That's why I think Instagram like helps with that because it's the few that you said that are cool on comedy fans.
Yeah.
Because if I can just grab those people instead of the people who want the 20 seconds a day,
right?
To at least go to my YouTube, because if I didn't, then those views would just be my friends.
Right.
But now I'm getting some other people who might actually be interested.
Right.
It's like a lot of followers, they're just so like, and it sucked too, that drive-through video that blew up. And I'm upset that it was that one because it's kind of stand-up related, but it's like a joke. And then so many of those, because I'll upload stand-up videos now. And then I'll gain followers, but I'll lose a lot.
Because
and
they're
I'm
like, oh, he's doing stand-up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, but the few that I do get that are like, this is good, at least they can, because I don't care about, I do care that I'm losing followers.
The best
it's like,
fucking comics on the internet right now are doing everything. Like, like Shane Gillis is one of the best comics on the internet. Like, he does sketches.
Yeah.
His, like, special on YouTube was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. It's fun to just like try to get people to get into the projects. Like if you're doing like elaborate sketches, and I want more money and shit so that I can play with that and like make like little movies and shit.
Exactly.
Like that's all.
That's
I
like what
do.
I do with the Instagram money that I've made. I've only used that for like a camera. Like a mic. So I don't just blow it on Taco Bell and then still record from my phone.
You know?
You
should, if
Taco
you get
Bell
a job.
so good right now. Why did you have to do that?
No, if you get a job though, for real, you should get it at like somewhere local, like a coffee shop or something like that, where you can build a connection with people that that do come back repeatedly. And that's how you can build a following.
You should brazenly promote yourself there.
Yes,
to the point that you're getting talked to about it, but then you keep doing it.
Yeah. Like that is what the purpose of a job is. Like comedy is your career. A job is just to help fund you there. So make that about your keep your career in mind.
Yeah,
that's
I do think there's something.
Because I was thinking about being a lifeguard, and I'm glad. Talk to this because I would make friends with people. Follow me when you get out and dry.
Right.
What were you saying, Keith?
There is something to like. You were talking about like you're miserable during the week. So, like, finding whatever it is, like, something to take up all your time.
Yeah.
So one thing I found with me is, like, I can't have free time. Like, it's just not my personality.
That's me, too. But the thing is like...
I'm not hustling all the time. A lot of it's, like...
Kind of.
It's, like, scheduled leisure activity or scheduled recreational activity, but if I don't make a plan for, like, the day... I'm just doing nothing and I feel...
That's my thing is that I'll tell myself... I literally have notes in my phone of, like... tomorrow, to get up at like 10, do this, then this, then this, and then this, and then I set like alarms, and then I wake up, and I'm like, nah, and then one hits, and then I get up, and then I like stand up for a little bit, then I just lay back down for another hour, and then like, usually around 3, I finally get up and shower, and go get like canes and bring it back and sit on the couch for like the rest of the day. and then maybe go get dinner with like a friend or something. And that's just my whole day. Then repeat the next process the next day. I can't get out of that.
You got to get a morning activity that like...
Can only happen in the morning?
You know what actually... I mean, I just like...
I try to do stuff in the morning.
I have a job I have to be at that helps or whatever, but they say like if you have like a small task to complete in the morning, it like... It's something about it, like, it sets up your reward system in your brain for the day. But the trick is, a lot of times people pick really big tasks, like, I'm going to go to the gym and run 3 miles. Like, that's sort of like you can do that, but that's sort of like a big task.
Yeah.
So, like, small tasks, like, I was working from home, and my office for a long time was in my bedroom, so I would make my bed every morning. Which I'm sure some people just normally done that their whole life, but, like, things like that, you don't realize it, but it's, like, it helps your brain.
I put my
Aaron can speak to that. Aaron, I'm a bed maker.
Oh.
And Aaron, when he moved in, he was like, "Why the fuck did we make the bed?" And I'm like,
I get it though, because
Yeah.
it feels like you're getting in a fresh bed each year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't think he's there.
So
yet.
for that, for a small task,
'Cause
I put my
Alright.
vape.
No, you have to climb.
No.
For a small task to get up in the morning, I'll put my vape like on the shelf across from my bed. So I get up at like 8, and I have to hit it.
I thought you were gonna say you put it on the charger.
No, there's no. This is like disposables because I'm gonna quit each time.
Yeah.
But I put it on the end, and then so at 8 in the morning or whatever, when I wake up from my terrible nightmare or something, I'll have to get out of bed to go hit my vape, and then I'm like, this would feel better laying down. So then I lay down and hit the vape, and then put it over, and then fall back asleep, and then I wake up about 3 times repeating that. And those dreams and that time throughout the day, like until I actually like get up at like 1, those are like the worst dreams because they're so like it's awful. Yeah. They're not good.
Yeah.
Keith.
Aw.
Keith. Quiche.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Oh, do what? Do
I don't want to.
it's The Shining.
Yeah. Was it with the pinky?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
right?
it was with the pointer.
Oh
Was
no,
it
maybe
pointer?
it
Yeah,
was
it was the
pointer.
Oh yeah. I like the pinky better.
Yeah, it's like Dr.
Do you know I have deformed pinkies? Alright, show the
Whoa.
camera.
That's beautiful. You're
Yeah.
unique.
No, he's a
Yeah.
mangled freak.
When I was a kid, my older siblings tried to straighten it.
What?
But it's not like at the joint. It's the bone is at a corner. So they would like, nah.
Can you bend it?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
functional.
you're bending it.
It's
Yeah, that's
just
a good
one of
bend.
the bones. I don't know what it's called, the bone, but the bone is shaped like a boomerang. So yeah.
Does that mean you could like type faster? You do more stuff with your pinkies.
I don't no. If anything, I think they're like short. Well, I have short little
Oh.
hands. So I don't know.
Cool.
That is cool.
I like that.
I don't think there's any superpowers, but yeah, it makes me unique. You could say. You could say it's part of my journey.
Keith, didn't you have some other like current events you wanted to talk about?
Well, last week, actually, you know what? Last week, I told a story about a fucked up Sarpino story from when I worked at Sarpino's. And in the past, I've talked about like another one. I mentioned this is a short one, but like the kid who came to work high on meth, and then he would just jam out to "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar, and he would run around the restaurant, "Bitch, be humble," which is so funny because like "Humble" is such like the opposite of a meth head. And I guess he was just listening to it and like thinking like this is for other meth heads. Like
Right.
he's like they need to be humble.
This is meth music.
So yeah, I have a lot of really fucked up Sarpino stories.
I want to I want to look up that playlist on Spotify, meth music.
I
Yeah.
bet
Just see what comes up.
It's gonna be like Juggalo shit, right?
Meth music.
well, that would be like I bet that would be like former meth addicts. Like they're like, no, juggalos don't do meth, you know,
Yeah.
because they're very much about like they have like a code, the juggalo code.
Yeah.
They say ninja instead of the N word, you know.
Yeah. Do
which-
they really?
Yeah. They say like,
Interesting.
"What's up, ninja?"
Really?
That's cool.
I mean, it's better, right?
It is much better.
What up, my ninjas?
So, my Sarpino, my fucked up Sarpino story.
It's just so cheesy.
My ninja.
What about
Isn't that the
Ninja?
Whoa! Hey!
Can we bleep that?
There's no editing.
We don't believe
Surprise!
Uh,
I'm gonna regret saying that.
I hope the microphone didn't pick that up.
So my fucked up Sarpino story this week. This one's like not as funny. Maybe you'll find it. It was actually really disturbing to me. I got bullied by a PDF file. So this guy started working at Sarpino's. He was a bit older. There was some hints things hadn't gone the best in his life, right? I'll change his name so I don't have to interact with him for legal reasons. We'll call him Lonathan. So,
Is that his real name?
I've changed it so no one knows. So, Lonathan, there was some weird things. He threatened to fight someone else that worked there. And then my first weird interaction with this guy is I came into work on a day off because I was going to use the oven to make a pizza. So I was going to make a falafel pizza. So I was going to use their dough and cheese, and I brought falafel and my toppings, right? And someone was like, "Hey, Lonathan's looking for you. He says he got a speeding ticket because of you." And I was like, "What?" And I guess he one night, the night before I found out, he ran a red light, and a cop saw him, and then later that night the cop saw him speeding and pulled him over and gave him a speeding ticket. So in his mind, he's like, well, I have a reddish car. Keith has a red Toyota Camry. Keith must have ran the red light, and the cop thought it was me, so then he pulled me over and gave me a speeding ticket. So anyway, it was already okay, that's, our cars aren't the same model.
Right.
Anyway, so I was like, okay, when did this happen? And he's like, oh, Tuesday. Oh, I didn't work Tuesday at all. It's my day off. And at Sarpino's, you have a car topper that's a 4-foot, lit up, LED light, giant sign that says Sarpino's. So, I wasn't driving around with that on my day off. So it definitely wasn't me. So it's oh yeah, I wasn't there that day. So obviously that wasn't me. I thought this was to be the end of it. A couple days later, I had a shift with Lonathan, and we were passing on through deliveries, right?
Yeah.
I was coming in, and he's like, "Hey, did you see there's a cop in the parking lot?" And I just I don't know what that was about. I went on doing my job, and then a little bit later, he's like, "Yeah, I passed him again later on that night." He's like, "Yeah, the cop, she's in the parking lot, she's watching us." And immediately I was like, "Not us." I'm involved with his speeding ticket. And then, so the breaking point for me, I came back from a delivery, I was going inside, he was going out for a delivery, he had his phone, our cars were next to each other, and he was taking a photo of them next to each other, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to show the prosecutor, so, to explain that, you were the one that ran this stop sign, which, knowing what I know now, obviously that the prosecutor wouldn't, that would...
no!
Okay, let's put, I want to break down Lonathan's thinking. He got a speeding ticket for speeding. Earlier that night, he ran a red light. The cop that he thought was me, he still sped. So,
yeah.
Oh, someone else ran a red light, so we're not going to give you a speeding ticket? Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
This guy's out of his mind.
Whether you, even if you wouldn't have run a red light,
yeah.
You still would have got a speeding ticket.
But regardless, it was bothering me, so I had to confront him in the store. I don't actually like confrontation. You'd think I'm, snarky.
Can I get it?
So, I went to confront Lonathan, and I don't know, I was almost on the verge of tears, because you get, so worked up when you have to,
Yeah.
You know what it is if you're confronting about something that's really normal, hey, that was my table, and like you were supposed to bus it, or like a normal thing that happens. But this was like me trying to explain why I was upset. Was like, hey, why are you so fucking weird? And like, there was no easy way to explain it. So anyway, I was like, please don't go to a prosecutor and show them my car and tell them I committed a crime. Like, what? Like,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But anyway, so then like a week later, my coworkers Googled him, and it turns out he's a pedophile. So
Oh, cool.
he left shortly after that.
So the police were watching him.
I think just like the idea that he thought the prosecutor would like listen to him. He was on the sex offender registry.
Yeah. And he was gonna be like, see, there's 2 cars.
Yeah, he's like, I was innocently accused of speeding or whatever. Like, so that was a fucked up circular story.
This guy sounds pretty cool.
How long ago was all this?
This was probably sometime in 2017 or 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Lonathan now?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, this was like hard for me to think about for a while because it was like, I mean, if you Google him, I don't know his last name, but I mean, he's had like several.
Lonathan Sarpino.
He's had several incidents involving like.
He's like
creepy children, like.
He's like the the midway point through a serial killer's Wikipedia.
Speaking of serial killers,
that's what it felt like. Honestly, was like, I'm just getting wrapped into your weird life for no reason. This is like I like just because I have a red car and you have a maroon car of a different make and model. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
You're You're that conniving that you would like create a story involving a similar car driven by someone that you know.
Like, yeah,
he was telling me about it.
Like,
I know.
Yeah. I know you. Yeah.
Like, I know you ran that red light.
I know.
Did you run it?
Motherfucker?
No, I'm like, I used to speed a lot.
Yeah.
At that time I wasn't because I had high risk insurance. It was like $300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go, to get rid of that, you have to go 3 years at least without getting any speeding tickets.
Fuck.
But I've never been like a race through a yellow light type of person. Like,
oh, I am now.
I'm a red light runner. I run them all the time now. There's like
it's kind of fun.
Well, and like Liberty, the lights will last so long.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do not see one car.
The whole
and I'll be
town's
waiting
like
and waiting. I'll be flashing my lights.
Oh,
and if it gets to that point, I'm like, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I've never got a ticket. I probably will get one like this week. I haven't got like a light, like a camera, because I'll run those too. I don't care anymore.
I feel like
you can fight those now. Just tell them you know your
and,
rights.
Like Smithville and shit, they're like the Florida of
They are.
Kansas City.
They are. Yeah.
It's just people in the twilight of their fucking like Republican lives.
Oh, for sure.
And they're just like,
it's so fun because like when we just recently got a Burger King in Smithville, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" There's like a line at grand opening for the Burger King.
right.
Because I don't know if those people have ever had a Burger King.
Burger King is like the fucking trash.
Even though there's
it's like the
I
bottom
know.
of the
Well,
bottom.
when we got a Taco Bell, it was like all hell broke loose in Smithville. There were like lines onto the highway.
So,
Like, I'm not joking. People
can I
were
say
like, "Oh my god!"
Before we
Taco
go
Bell.
on, Burger King is trash. It's garbage, but there is a
It's no
dignity
Sarpinos.
about its garbage. There's a dignity to Burger King.
That's true.
Is
And
there-
also $1 like chicken nuggets. I mean, they're not.
They've had
good.
when
some
was the
mistakes.
last time you had a good experience?
You know
at
who's
Burger
made
King?
more mistakes than
Tell me that.
McDonald's? McDonald's has made more mistakes, like as far as novelty items, than any other. Like their shit never fucking lasts,
No.
right? Like you remember when they did those? You could buy 2 mozzarella sticks, and you're like, oh, there's only 2 of them. They must be pretty big. No. Little worms.
McDonald's?
What?
It's like garbage cheese.
But some did
Where?
last.
Just like
The-
it was bullshit cheese that like it was just like, what is this? This isn't a solid. This isn't a liquid. Like, what is this?
At one point,
McDonald's
McDonald's had a like a Big Mac in a like a tortilla
Yeah.
or something. Unless I imagine
But they had some things that lasted, like a McRib
Fucking
stuck. The,
Oh, yeah.
the Shamrock Shake, even though that's not hard. Like,
The McRib.
The Black Whopper.
it. Wait, yeah, that's Burger King now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned your poop like blue or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
What?
oh, wait, no, wait.
Oh, I
wait.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
the
'cause
fuck?
the Black Whopper originated in
Why?
it originated in Korea where they
Phil.
use squid ink to dye it,
Yeah.
which is like common in like pasta and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But in America, they just used a shitload of like gel dyes, so they just like mix like blue, green, and red. So when you ate it, it would like turn your shit like bright blue or something. I think. People were like, like going to their doctor with bright blue shit.
Well, McDonald's, like, I can't eat eggs. Like, I'm not, I'm allergic to eggs.
Okay.
And their eggs I can eat, like, just fine. Nothing. So
That's alarming.
I know people say, like,
Oh, that's
fake
really
eggs, but I
scary.
never thought it was, like, actually, like, it has to be somewhat real. But no, I can eat their eggs, like, just fine. It's like nothing.
I
but,
don't know.
I bet
I
they're
don't
like.
know. I bet
like,
that calling it real is a stretch. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely.
like it's just with whatever the fuck they do to make it, just costs nothing.
Hamburgers are like this thin at McDonald's.
Yeah, they.
And it's not real.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
they're like, hey, these are the McDouble is now $18.
Yeah, like the price of McDonald's for what it is, like a
Yeah.
Big Mac meal is like $15 or something.
Yes!
It's like, what is this?
Yeah,
It's
it's like save up.
yeah,
Very good food.
you could just go to Chipotle and like get guac and chips on the side. For the
Yeah.
same price.
They start,
Yeah.
they start marketing that to people like save up your money for once a month.
Well,
just
Taco Bell,
go here,
the
all
meat
you
at,
can eat.
the meat at Taco Bell starts off as a liquid. The beef,
Yeah,
it's just a liquid that they do science on to make it crumble, and that disgusts me. There's just bags of meat, but I still eat it. Like it
Yeah.
once. My picture on my phone, my wall screen was a picture of the inside of the cheesy bean and rice burrito, so I
Yeah.
would stop eating them.
yeah,
But it didn't work, and I just started.
yeah.
I was like, I don't want to look at this gross thing
Yeah,
while eating.
that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, love is love.
I
man.
know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's hard to stop. I eat McDonald's so much. I eat.
So there are certain foods, not very many, but certain foods that I do find repulsive, like at a gas station, like
Hot dogs?
those like eggs that you can just it's just like no one knows how
Hard-boiled
many
eggs.
years they've been
Yeah.
out. They're just like they're just fucking eggs in a vacuum seal.
Girl at my work eats them every morning.
It's
Pre-
just
pre-
like,
pre-peeled
what
eggs.
is this? Like,
Yeah.
There was one comedian who got them every time,
yeah.
and then he was like, "You're gonna like these one day.
Right,
these vacuum sealed." I'm like, "I'm not gonna." They're in like a weird juice.
Yeah.
I can't even do the pickles like that. Really, I don't think because
Pickled
pickles
eggs?
are so good. Just if you buy a jar of pickles and they still taste fresh and they're like crisp or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that those things they are just sitting on on a peg next to some peach rings. What sort of thing has the same shelf
Those
life as
pickles are good.
yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not
The
gonna-
O snapped.
yeah.
the pouch pickles. I
Oh,
do
yeah.
like those. I'm a big
At
fan.
the same
but
time,
that is
I
gross.
fuck with it's just like
I never think
How
of
is-
it. I'm
this
just
is
like,
so
yeah, this is
unnatural.
right. It's
Yeah.
like a candy wrapper.
right.
Now I'm eating
But
pickles.
these are the sorts of foods we must get used to.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, but I mean,
whenever
still,
they decide
a pickle is still pickled.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, it's probably the safest thing to eat.
Yeah, like it's pickled. It's sitting in.
Yeah, but it's the presentation of it.
I understand that. I get
It's
that.
like, what
On a shelf
Oh,
at a gas
what
yeah.
the
station.
fuck is this?
I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
There's
cigarettes and a
sunflower
pickle.
seeds
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just like,
In Japan, they have a lot of foods like that in vending machines. Like vending machine,
Oh, I can't.
you'll see those sometimes in hospitals. Like there'll be like cheeseburgers and vending machines. They love
Oh,
that.
they have.
oh, whenever I worked at call centers, I am no stranger to the.
You're just complaining about a pickle at a gas station.
Yeah.
And now you're like, I eat vending machines. cheeseburgers.
Well, no, I did for a chunk of my life because I was not very good with my money, and I would show up to work hungover every day, and I'd be like, oh fuck, I didn't make plans for lunch, you know, and I'd be like so hungry, I'd just be like, oh, what can I heat up in a microwave, you know, around my other call center friends.
That's why I go to Taco Bell
Like-
a lot, because it's dollar burritos and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I
I'm
can
glad-
get two for it.
I'm glad you're telling me
When
this
we were-
now.
So when we were at the
Not
call, when we were at the
before.
call center, there was a thief. Like no one knew who was stealing someone's food, and it turned out to be a manager. And he didn't get fired. They were just like, "Man, I'm sorry." You know? It happens. Like over an extended period of time.
I was like,
consistently taking whatever the fuck they wanted.
Like in returning the Tupperware and shit, or like.
Why'd you leave? This job sounds great. Did they ever take your food?
he didn't
You
have
did?
any.
I didn't have any. I didn't trust that.
No, what you
What if
should
it
have
was
just started
that
stealing
quick,
food.
though?
I went and got a chicken. A chicken butter biscuit out of a
Yeah, they always like they
a
burn.
lukewarm.
It like dehydrates the edges of it in the microwave.
What if
Oh.
he took it out of the, he was that
It's
quick
like
though,
wet
like,
and chewy.
you put it in the microwave and then you went back to your chair and then it went beep and then you went back and it was gone. It
Yeah,
was just that sneaky.
I love how companies are like, yeah, the companies are like, well, we could either like, you know, we want people to be comfortable here, so we could feed them, but
Vending machine.
but they love vending machines.
Yeah, they're like,
And
we can make
you
money
know,
back.
Yeah, they're like, why not? You know?
I always thought, like, with my company, so far I haven't had to go back since COVID, so I'm
Yeah.
still at home. But if I was forced to go back at one point in, like, a big building of people, I want to go and take, like, tilapia and just put it in the microwave. Just put, like, 4 minutes and then just abandon it for the day. Just like the whole-
Yeah.
When I worked at a big call center, people burnt popcorn like every fucking day.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't walk away from the microwave if you're starting popcorn. It's like a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It's insane.
Indeed.
you said it for that 2:30, and every time you're opening it early.
Yeah.
Hey, prepare.
You gotta listen to the
Have
pops.
we, is there anything else that you would like to talk about, Keith?
Yeah, I mean, we can do,
Let's do some video.
well, I don't have any videos, but, last week we were talking, the episode title was Megan the Trainer. So we're
Mhm.
talking about the era of, like, Salon.com, Jezebel, BuzzFeed, where they, it was very popular to, like, really deconstruct mindless pop songs for some reason. Like, is Megan the Trainer's song an accurate depiction of life in Sri Lanka or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, we talked to some people on Twitter and they disagree or whatever. So, you know, Megan Trainor shaming skinny people was a big thing.
Yes.
So I have a couple of those.
Okay.
So this one is about Taylor Swift's song "Look What You Made Me Do," and this article is from Celebrity9.com. Taylor Swift's new song is being criticized by domestic violence survivors. So basically what they're talking about is the phrase, "Look what you made me do." I guess they're like saying like that's what people say when they like beat their
That's
wife.
what psychos sound like. Uh-oh.
And if this sounds ridiculous, you can look up the statistics. Prior to this song, domestic violence was actually quite rare, and then it just shot up in 2017. But there's a feature of these types of articles that now when men beat their wives, they say, "I learned it from Taylor Swift."